In the world of high-value dating, not everything is as glamorous as it seems. While there are plenty of genuine, successful men, there are also scammers who know how to fake wealth, charm, and success to lure unsuspecting women into their traps. These men can be incredibly convincing, so it's important to know how to protect yourself and vet wealthy men to make sure they're the real deal. In today's video, we're going to uncover how to vet wealthy men to avoid scammers. You'll learn the key red flags to watch for, how to investigate someone's claims without coming across as paranoid, and the strategies you can use to ensure that you're dating someone who is as genuine as they appear. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to safeguard yourself against the growing trend of scammers in the high-value dating world. Welcome to the Trophy Wife's Guide to Life, where I teach you how to attract, secure, and thrive in relationships with high-value men. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe because we have so many exciting videos coming up, like the subtle ways wealthy men test women before committing and how to build trust with a high-value man while maintaining your boundaries. Plus, if you haven't already, check out our 3-part video course on how to secure a high-value man. It's packed with actionable tips that will transform your dating life. Now, let's dive into how to vet wealthy men to avoid scammers. Tip number 1. Look for consistency in his story. The first step in vetting a wealthy man is to look for consistency in his story. Scammers often create elaborate backstories to make themselves seem more successful or glamorous than they actually are. But if you listen closely, you'll often notice inconsistencies. Pay attention to the details. Does he give vague or contradictory information about his job, his background, or his lifestyle? A genuine wealthy man will have a consistent story that makes sense. He'll be able to provide details about his career, his business ventures, and his accomplishments without hesitation. Scammers, on the other hand, might struggle to keep their lies straight, especially if you ask specific follow-up questions. Don't be afraid to dig a little deeper if something doesn't quite add up. If his story changes frequently, or if he avoids giving you straight answers, that's a major red flag. In one of our upcoming videos, we'll dive deeper into how to spot inconsistencies and red flags in high-value men's stories, so make sure you're subscribed for that. Tip number 2. Research his background. In today's digital age, it's easier than ever to research someone's background, and when it comes to wealthy men, a little research can go a long way in protecting yourself. If a man claims to be a successful business owner, investor, or entrepreneur, his name should be easy to find online. Check for articles, interviews, or professional profiles that back up his claims. Look for his LinkedIn profile, company website, or any public records that confirm his career and achievements. Genuine wealthy men usually have some form of digital footprint, whether it's through their business or media exposure. If you can't find any trace of him online, or if what you do find doesn't match his claims, it's time to question his authenticity. That said, always be discreet about your research. You don't need to tell him you're looking him up, but it's important to arm yourself with information before things get serious. In a future video, we'll cover how to discreetly research a high-value man without coming across as intrusive, so stay tuned. Tip number 3. Observe how he handles money. One of the key ways to spot a scammer is by paying attention to how he handles money. Wealthy men who are genuinely successful tend to be comfortable and confident with their finances. They don't need to show off constantly, and they don't expect others to fund their lifestyle. On the other hand, scammers may flaunt money in flashy or over-the-top ways to create the illusion of wealth, or, even worse, they might start asking you for money under false pretenses. Be wary of any man who's always talking about how rich he is, but who never seems to actually spend money or who's hesitant to pick up the bill. True wealth doesn't need to be bragged about. High-value men are often understated about their success and don't feel the need to flash it around. If he asks you for money, claims to be in a financial emergency, or suggests any kind of financial arrangement early in the relationship, consider it a major red flag. In an upcoming video, we'll discuss how to spot financial red flags when dating wealthy men, so make sure you don't miss it. Tip number 4. Meet in his world. A key way to vet a wealthy man is by making sure you meet him in his world. If a man claims to be successful but only ever invites you to casual, low-effort dates, that's a red flag. A high-value man who is genuinely wealthy will feel comfortable inviting you into his lifestyle, whether that's through upscale restaurants, exclusive events, or showing you his home and business. If he's always avoiding introducing you to his friends, family, or colleagues, or if he's constantly finding excuses not to show you his world, it's time to question his authenticity. A real high-value man won't have anything to hide, and he'll want to integrate you into his life over time. Of course, early in the relationship, it's natural to take things slow. But if months go by and he's still keeping you at arm's length, it could be a sign that something's not adding up. We'll be diving deeper into how to navigate the transition into a high-value man's inner circle in an upcoming video, so stay tuned for more. Tip number 5. Trust your gut. Sometimes the most important tool you have when vetting a wealthy man is your intuition. If something feels off, even if you can't quite put your finger on it, trust your gut. Scammers are skilled at manipulation, but if you stay attuned to your instincts, you'll often pick up on subtle clues that something isn't right. Don't ignore feelings of unease, and don't be afraid to walk away if the relationship feels too good to be true. It's better to be cautious and protect yourself than to end up in a situation where you're taken advantage of. High-value men will respect a woman who's confident, discerning, and protective of her own boundaries. If your gut is telling you that something is wrong, there's a good chance it is. Trust yourself to make the right decisions, and don't let anyone pressure you into ignoring your instincts. In one of our upcoming videos, we'll talk more about how to strengthen your intuition in high-value dating, so make sure you're subscribed. Remember, high-value men are drawn to women who have their own lives, goals, and standards. When you make yourself too available, it sends the message that you're prioritizing him over everything else, even before you've built a real connection. This can come across as needy or desperate, which is the opposite of what high-value men are looking for. Instead, show that you're selective with your time. Have boundaries, maintain your own life, and let him see that your attention is something to be earned, to keep a man chasing you for more. So don't miss that. But for now, remember this. Keep him curious. Curiosity leads to attraction, and attraction leads to commitment. Now that you know what not to say on a date with a high-value man, you're ready to navigate those conversations with ease and confidence. Now that you know how to vet wealthy men to avoid scammers, it's time to start applying these strategies. Look for consistency in his story, research his background, observe how he handles money. Make sure you meet in his world and always trust your gut. When you approach high-value dating with a discerning eye, you'll be able to protect yourself and build genuine connections with the right kind of men. If you found this video helpful, be sure to check out our 3-part video course on how to secure a high-value man. It's filled with tips that will help you build the kind of relationship you deserve. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, because we have even more exciting content coming up, like how to inspire a wealthy man to invest in you emotionally and financially, and the secret ways high-value men test women before committing. Stick around. Your journey to mastering high-value relationships is just getting started. I'll see you in the next video.